So there's been a lot of people asking me recently about what gear that I use, like breakdown, maintenance, kind of emergency repair kind of gear that I carry around with me. Not all of this gear I would say is kind of like maintenance, emergency kind of stuff, but some of it's more important than the other, and some of it I would say are necessities, and others are, you know, just nice to have. So Toolkit's got pretty much everything you need: spanners, sockets, different type sockets, you know, 1/2 inch, 3/8. You've got Allen key sets, both metric and imperial, you know, pliers, different types of screwdrivers and screwdriver bits and things like that, torque settings, Allen keys and stuff like that. And I would say that is a necessity. That's going to help you fix the van, as well as maintain it. So as a roadside kind of like breakdown scenario, this is a must. Not that expensive. I think there's about £60, something like that. Obviously everything in the video I'll link down below, so feel free to check that out. And it's nice and compact as well. It's not exactly lightweight, but it is nice and compact. And I've had this quite a few years, and it's very sturdy. It's held up to a lot of abuse. So in order to start a vehicle, whether it's yours or help somebody else, I've got this jump pack rather than jump lead, which take up a lot more space. I've got this jump pack. It's got two kind of like benefits to it. One is you can use it as an actual power pack with a 12-volt accessory on there, or some USBs. It's even got a torch on it as well. The other one is with this connection on the front, you can jump up to, well, I mean, I've known people that have started Range Rovers. I've certainly started my van engine a couple of times, but apparently you can jump start up to an 8-litre engine with this. So yeah, pretty good. I've got an actual review of this video as well, so if you click up there now, you'll get to see a review of this, see me using it. But this is absolutely fantastic, far more compact, and obviously far more usable than just a pair of jump leads as well. So you're going wild camping or camping on a campsite, you need some leveling ramps. Not only are these really good because they won't sink in even soft grass, they won't catch all the dirt or anything like that, but obviously they level you. Now, as far as an emergency repair, maybe you need to get under the van to check something out, and you need to get your van up in the air a little bit so you can squeeze underneath, and that's what I recommend these for. The best leveling ramps that I've ever come across, and certainly nice and compact as well. You can never be without a good tyre inflator. Obviously this isn't just a car tyre inflator, this is for vans, mainly because vans have a larger pressure capacity in the tyre. So whereas a car tyre will probably inflate to something like 30 psi, a van tyre could be up to 75 psi, certainly above you know, kind of like, you know, the normal low psi ratings of a small tyre inflator. So this is the one that you basically plug into your 12-volt socket in your van, connect it to your tyre, and then just set it to inflate. So with the digital controls on there, you can set the pressure that you want to stop and start at, that kind of stuff. Obviously you've got warning lights and things like that on there as well, so really good. Totally recommend it. Now maybe instead of inflating your tyre, you just want to put some of this gunk in there as an emergency kind of like seal. There's kind of situations where it's easier to do this than it is to try and kind of like run on a flat tyre, or try and keep inflating it every couple of miles or something like that. So I'd always suggest carrying one of those tyre weld kits as well. Now, sometimes you get electrical faults with your van. So a good voltmeter or amp meter or multimeter, whichever way you call it, I can check my amps, I can clamp that around a cable, I can see what the alternator's doing on a vehicle, whether the solar panel's charging at what rate, all that kind of stuff as well. I can see the drain of a certain appliance. Just basically put your red cable through it like that, and that'll read out the amps rating on there. So yeah, that one is something that I would suggest is an absolute necessity. Another necessity, a tow rope. You might need to be towed out somewhere. Someone might be around and they haven't got a tow rope, so you need a tow rope. Or there might be an occasion where you and your friend are somewhere, you need to tow them out somewhere. Get a really strong one, you're in a van. It's a heavy vehicle, 3.5 tons. You'll make sure you get not only a decent webbing, strong webbing, but the clamps as well. So the little hook and eyes need to be all strong, able to tow a van. Gloves. You don't want to get dirty at the side of the road. They give extra grip, keep your hands warm in the winter. Get some gloves. These are reusable, and you can get like a pack of 12 for about £3 or £4 off eBay. So some other emergency kit to carry around, beacons or warning triangles, whatever. I have these, they're magnetic, so you can stick them on the side of your van, like that. And they have little flashing lights on there as well. So you can set different patterns of flashing lights, flash in a certain order. I think there's about 12 different ones you can set. So there's a pack of 3 in there, rechargeable, easy to use. Like I say, make you stand out at night time at the side of the road if you broke down. Not that you should want to carry duct tape for anything mischievous or anything like that, but certainly carry a proper duct tape, something that is waterproof. It's going to stick anything to anything, no matter what the situation. I've got silver to try and match the van. And I've got white just for sticking other things on, but yeah, this is you know, a must really. Just to anything, you have an accident, you want to stick your mirror back on, anything like that, anything falling underneath your van, wires, anything, duct tape. And on the theme of things falling off and that, zip ties as well. Like a pack of really strong big ones. You can cut them down if you need to, but the bigger the better, the stronger the better. And some pliers with cutters in. These are also wire cutters as well, but again, for cutting the cable ties, and if you do have any problems with wires, you can cut the wires down and stuff like that as well. Now your van might come with its own little wheel, nut, arm, whatever you want to call it, tyre wrench, whatever, but I suggest a longer one because you get more leverage on it as well. So I've got a fitting there that's for the wheels of my van. It's got a plastic surround so it doesn't damage the alloys, and I can get plenty of power on that to undo or tighten the wheel nuts. A good knife, one that you can snap the blades off so you've already got a sharp knife whenever you need it. Get a good knife. Fuses, selection of fuses, not only for the van, but obviously for everything in the back of the van too. So you've got all the fuses, and this kit includes a little fuse puller as well, because some of the times they're really tiny fuses, they're difficult to get out. So it's a range of fuses and a range of sizes as well. Like I say, dead easy to just hide away out of the way, but you will always need a fuse, guaranteed you'll blow a fuse. Another couple of items for the emergency list as well: a 15 litre collapsible water container, a little motorised suction water transfer or liquid transfer pump as well. This one's battery operated, and it can take 15 litres out of that, so it can empty this in around about 5 minutes. So fill it up 2 minutes, empty it 5 minutes. And our tank's a 70 litre tank, and about 5 of these is a full tank, give or take. Now another thing I forgot as well was a breakdown kit, i.e. an approved breakdown kit for travelling in Europe. So we've got this kit. Obviously it gives you all the usual things: a proper warning triangle, which is a legal requirement in some places, a high-vis jacket, yeah, some basic first aid kit. We do have a full first aid kit in the van as well. We got the Alco kind of testing, GB plates. We've got the light refractors so that your headlamps work on the right side and don't dazzle people. Another tyre weld came as part of the kit. Some bulbs. Spare bulbs is obviously something you must carry in some countries as well, and you also get some fuses in there as well. And that's kind of it really. It's a very basic kit, but in European countries like France and Germany and that, it's a necessity that you have this kit. So that's really my emergency kit over and done with. And now I'm going to step over to what does John carry, because a lot of you have been asking that question. So there are things in my van that I'd carry to help me maintain the van as well, plus help other people around with any wiring things or fixing things, changing things in their vans. I have shrink wrap. If I need to do any cable making up or anything like that, shrink wrap. I've got screws, wood screws and metal screws. I've also got a crimp set, including a crimping tool, again, so I can make up cable ends and all that kind of stuff. I've got an OBD port scanner, so I can find out if there are any faults on my van or other people's van. I've got a battery operated solder gun, so just a couple of batteries goes in there and I can solder wires and all that kind of stuff. A mains plug tester to make sure my 240 is working, my inverter, that kind of stuff. Jigsaw, obviously, just in case you need to cut a hole in the roof, hole in a door, or make things. Could be you get stuck in woodland somewhere, you need to cut a tree down too. An impact gun, help taking the wheels off or bolts off on the van, whatever. Good impact gun, so that, yeah, again, with most mechanical side of things, you want the bolts to be on nice and tight and stuff like that. So impact gun. And then electric drill, screwdriver as well. Obviously, you need one of those. Drill bits, more drill bits, screwdriver bits, and obviously jigsaw blades as well. And don't forget a charger. And that all just about squeezes in this nice little bag. So if we are a meet-up somewhere and you see me and you think, John, I'd need some help cutting a hole in my roof or anything like that, I've got some wood that I need to cut up, give us a shout. You know what I'm carrying now. I'd also suggest carrying lots of bungee cord, different size bungees as well. Just, you never know what you need to strap down or anything like that. And carabiners, they come in useful for all sorts of things, to be able to strap things together. You know, if you're carrying a lot of luggage, you can tie them around or put them on your backpack, put them on your jean pockets or something like that. Again, just brilliant things to carry around. Oh, I almost forgot as well, we carry some radios around with us as well. Those are two-way radios and they are PMRs, so we carry those around as well. So if we're in convoy, or you know, one leaves the van to go and like walk Cooper around some woods, we'll take a radio with us so we can keep in touch. So ideal for kind of like, you know, group events, and like I say, just keeping an eye on each other if you've got no phone signal around as well. So they're great for that. So that really covers like essentials and then kind of maintenance bits as well. I do have lots of other things like a mains hookup cable, but everyone's got them, so you don't need to see that. I carry rags with me, I carry bin bags, I've got things for tying the awning down when we use that, but again, you don't need to see that. I just thought I'd do a quick video because a few of you did ask, well, in a video I did quite a while back about stuff that I put in the van, you did ask for this kind of video, so that's what I thought I'd do now. So a bit of a quick insight into the kind of rubbish I carry around, and now I've seen it all put out in front of me, I think it's an awful lot of stuff that I carry around in my van that I don't need to. Anyway, thanks for watching, see you on the next one, bye.